Well, hey guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to my new series that I'm going to call hashtag Fixed Blade Fridays. I will still participate in the Fun Knife Fridays when I have stuff that's particularly fun, or if I find a really fun knife or group of knives to talk about. But today we're going to start tackling my backlog of fixed blades, and I've got a bunch that I need to do videos on. So as you can see, and as you're probably happy to see, we have the Buck 102 Woodsman. This is a knife that I think is just absolutely fantastic. Uh, it is got this nice leather sheath, and I like how the snap goes around the handle is pretty handy. It does have a plastic liner inside, so you don't have to worry about poking through the leather itself. It does have a drain hole in the toe, so it's really nice. And of course, it has the buck with the anvil uh, logo on it, which is really very nice and classy, I think. But all of the 100 series really are. I It's just an absolutely gorgeous knife. You can put your thumb on top. It does have a little bit of room for you to choke up there, but not a whole lot. Uh, if you notice, the bottom of the handle is has slight finger grooves, and it does help in grabbing the knife. It feels very comfortable. Here is a look at your markings. So you have that, the Buck 102, then you got the year marking and USA. These are full tang blade constructions. Uh, the tang does go all the way through to the end, but then this cap, it's held on with a dowel. So it's kind of a cross pin, but the actual uh, blade is coming through to the end through this handle. And speaking of the handle is made of phenolic resin, which is awesome because it is impervious to heat, to cold, to being wet. It's just a fantastic handle material. And look at that blade. I mean, it's a beautiful 4-inch blade. It's got just the right amount of, belly to it. Got a really nice tip on the end of it. It's just a really nice knife. I mean, this is a great EDC fixed blade right here. It's really kind of the perfect size. It's got a 4-inch clip point blade at 420 HC with the Paul Boss heat treat on it, so you're getting a good heat treat there, and it is really lightweight. It only weighs like 2.5 ounces. So this is about the same size. I think these are 6 3/4 inch, and the Buck 110 I think is just about the same size. So it's really, if you think of it like a fixed blade version of a 110, that works out really good. These knives, like I said, I've been into the small fixed blade knives, and I was able to pick this guy up, and I just really enjoy having a small EDC fixed blade. It's really kind of cool. Some of the history on this knife, this was one of the first 6 models when Buck incorporated back in 1961 and went to mass production, because all their knives before then were pretty much all handmade. But when they went to the mass production, this was one of the first 6 models, and a lot of the 100 series was that first 6 models that they had, and have really been the mainstay of Buck uh, for their entire you know lifetime of the company so far. And the reason that there's such a lifetime uh, model, is that these things work. They work and they work well. From the 102 to the 120, even the big 124. If you are able to find one of those big guys, these knives just work, and they're perfect. I think the 119 probably is the most famous of the series, to your average person. But the 102 has fascinated me for quite a while. Probably, I'm going to say 2 years ago, I started really thinking about EDCing a fixed blade. And so I started looking at what was out there, and this was what I decided would be about a perfect fixed blade EDC. Now that I finally have broken down and gotten one, I can tell you that I was making the right choice. I just was messing around with other things. But when you wear this on your belt, the nice thing about the size is that it just like if you're sitting in a vehicle, the sheath doesn't get in the way. It doesn't poke the handle up into your body. The it's not too small to get any jobs done. I mean, it's a nice size blade, one that you're not going to have any issues with for any kind of task that you could think of. From opening packages to unpacking different parts, cutting twine, cutting lines or rope or anything like that. It will do it. It may not be the first choice for any of those jobs, but it's perfect for all around stuff. And then when you talk about food prep, I mean, that's perfect as a steak knife, or to slice fruit, or to help prepare a meal. It's a great camp knife, something to have around that way if you don't want to use it as an actual skinner. But then in skinning itself, it looks like it'd be more than capable of handling any of those tasks. So the other thing I found about the 102, besides this being the standard model, is that they make all kinds of custom models and pro models. And then if you go back further in time, they've had a few different variations throughout the years, like so many other buck knives have. So it's a very collectible model as well. So who knows? Maybe if I'm lucky, there might be another 102 in the future. But for right now, I have this one, and I couldn't be happier. This is just absolutely knocks it out of the park for me. And when I decided to do the Fixed Blade Friday series, this had to be the first one. It really did. I couldn't think of anything else that I wanted to go down as the flagship fixed blade, but the 102. So yeah, you can say that I might have a new favorite amongst what I consider my bird and trout knives. This guy's a little bigger than most of the bird and trout knives, but not too big. And I just think it's an absolutely awesome knife. So let me know, guys, what do you think of the Woodsman? What are your stories with it? Is it something that you would consider for an EDC, or maybe you are carrying it as an EDC now? Let me know. We'll talk about it then. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this difference from Fun Knife Friday, and I hope you guys will stick with me for the rest of the fixed blades that are coming up. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks, guys.